Hi guys, and welcome to my new YouTube channel. I'm Messy187. I'm going to be doing guides mainly on Minecraft on the Xbox 360, and I'm going to start with sort of like a basics guide. This episode's going to be starting your first world and making your first shelter. So I'm just going to start a new world here. You can call it whatever you want. It's just going to be New World 1. For the seed, we'll just leave that blank for now. If you leave it blank, basically you get a randomly generated world. We have game mode here. We're obviously going to be playing survival rather than creative mode. The difficulty is kind of affects how the monsters will be spawning. So we'll just use medium for now, and we have a few game options there. If we actually look down at the bottom, super flat world is, as it says, you know, it's going to be a super flat world, and you can have a bonus chest to help you out for beginners. Just starts you off with a few useful items. So I've started a new world here and spawned in front of a tree. So first of all, I'm just going to have a quick little look around. I seem to be in quite a snowy area, but there's lots of trees around and pigs, which will be useful for survival mode. You can get food from pigs, and we'll obviously need to be gathering some wood later on. But the first priority when you start really is you want to make a sort of basic shelter. I've realised that my display isn't quite the same as what you'll be seeing, so I'll make that so. 1 second. So I'm just collecting some mud blocks now to make a basic structure. Monsters do actually come out at night on your first night as well, so you do have to be kind of tucked away a little bit. It's quite unlikely that we'll be able to have any light sources, but we can track where the sun's going with the sort of lighting levels and having a look at it. Throughout the day it will start rising. Once the sun's sort of directly overhead, it's going to be sort of midday, and then it's going to set. Once it starts setting and it starts sort of like getting to dusk, you really need to think about getting inside, especially if it's your first night. So we're just going to build a quick little shelter now in preparation. So I'm just collecting up quite a few blocks of mud just to build the actual structure with. So if any of you guys have any input or anything on what you'd like to see in future videos, I'd love to hear some comments. Obviously where this channel is new, I'm not really sure what you guys want to see content wise, so I just had the idea of starting off with sort of like a basic beginner's guide series. I'm sure most of you know it already, but there may be a few little tips you can pick up along the way. So I'm just laying down these blocks now to make a shelter. The shelter needs to be 3 blocks high because your character is 2 blocks high, so the third block will actually be the ceiling. So I'm just doing a small little space. It doesn't need to be as big as this, but on sort of like your second day, or if you have some more time before the sun goes down, you can, you know, make it a bit bigger and expand it at a later date. Mud isn't the best thing to build out of, but for a first structure it's perfectly fine, and it's quite quick to collect, as you can see. We'll eventually be upgrading that to stone, etc., potentially iron or other stronger blocks, just so that it has more sort of like defensive capabilities against monsters. So I'm just going to leave a little 2x2 sort of doorway and poke a little window through, so you can see the light coming in and get a good idea when it's actually day. so when it's sort of safe to come back out again. And at night we'll just block that up like that, and we should be pretty safe in here. I mean, a creeper, a monster that explodes, could potentially be coming past and explode, so we'll put the window on the other side. So the next video that I'm actually going to be posting will continue on from this one, and I think we're going to start looking at tools you can make, and with that we'll be collecting wood, making lights and crafting tables. So please check out my video. Thank you very much for watching. If you could like or subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you very much.